violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. But I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, YouTube? It's a Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get into the video.
All right, to an update now on our breaking news story at the top of the newscast involving two juveniles. We have now learned and got an update from NOPD. We now know the ages of those juveniles are 2 and 4. New Orleans police tell us the 4-year-old, a girl, is the one who died, and the 2-year-old boy is in critical condition.
Wow.
We also have video from the scene. You're looking at that right now. We're, of course, keeping an update on all of this, and we'll let you know what happens as it develops. It all happened around 11:15 this morning on Law Street. That's just off of Louisa and Florida Avenues.
So we're in New Orleans again. 2 juveniles killed. Well, 1 little girl killed. The other boy is in critical. This is an everyday occurrence in the community. I don't know how else to describe it, but this is something that you guys need to understand. This is very difficult to prevent, okay, these situations like this, and I'm going to tell you why once we get deeper into the video.
Of course, again, New Orleans police say the girl, the 4-year-old, is the one who died, and a 2-year-old boy is in critical condition. No word on any suspects or what may have led up to that stabbing.
Sadness and hurt with the loss of yet another young child in New Orleans. Someone left a stuffed animal and balloons on the stairs in front of a home in the 3100 block of Law Street. According to the NOPD, a woman was arrested here on Sunday for allegedly stabbing her 2 children, a 4-year-old daughter and a 2-year-old son.
There you have it. And I mean, at least she's crying in her mugshot. But I'm telling you, these women are infanticidal, okay? A lot of these women, I mean, that's why we have very high abortion rates, #1 per capita in the community, because a lot of these women don't want these kids. They don't love these kids. I'm gonna just tell you that straight up. I don't care what none of y'all got to say about it. We just did that story on the sister who went 110 miles per hour into not oncoming but flowing traffic, Nicole Lorraine. Okay, so we had that sister. So a lot of these sisters nowadays are careless. I've been covering this for a long time. These super sister gremlins are on demon time.
For 2 children, a 4-year-old daughter and a 2-year-old son. The young girl did not survive that attack, and the children's father reportedly hurried to that scene after seeing a disturbing social media post by the mother, 31-year-old Janee Pedescleaux. She said in a blood-stained shirt, quote, "My children are dead. I'm done. I'm done with life." The father, Jermaine Rogers, had to break through a front window to get the kids and rush them to the hospital. Reverend Janee.
Wow. And that brother is a hero. Okay. I mean, he may get a chance to save his baby boy. And apparently this situation happened over a custody battle. The brother was fighting for custody. The sister ended up winning custody, but he appealed and he was about to get his kids back. And instead of just taking the L like, you know, a regular person, like a man would do in these custody battles, these women can't take L. So what does she do? She takes the life of her own children. These super single mother gremlins are on demon time.
RV is the pastor of the Law Street Missionary Baptist Church just down the street from the mother's home.
It hurts. It's sad. You know, I feel for the children, the father, and even the mother. I really feel bad for her.
You feel what? He feels more bad for the mother than the father and the children. This is what's wrong with the church. Oh, I really feel bad for the mother. Dude, F her. She deserves to, you know, immediately get capital punishment, okay? Like, that is ridiculous. That's what's wrong with the church, because the church enables these women. They do. She's fighting for custody. The church is going to back her, whether she's bat-ish crazy or not.
The 2-year-old boy is still alive tonight, and he is still in the hospital with serious injuries. Tonight, Erica Ferrando is following the story. It's just a heartbreaking one, and she's joining us live on Law Street, where police say that attack happened. Erica, what's the latest?
That's right, Katie. The stabbings happened in the house behind me, and you can see those balloons and stuffed animals still sitting outside the front door. But according to court records, the father of those 2 children expressed concern for their safety months ago.
A devastated uncle shared these photos of his beloved 2-year-old nephew.
Wow, and those children are beautiful. It is a shame what this woman did, man. I mean, she's the scum of the earth. Jason
and his 4-year-old niece, Paris. This old photo is one he now treasures more than ever, as Paris died after the sibling.
Is anybody gonna tell this brother? I mean, look. The brother is very dark, okay? Darker than me. And he had 2 yellow ass kids. Two? Not one of the, I mean, come on, bro. These kids look Blexican, whatever you want to call it. Like, I think he might need to do a DNA test.
4-year-old niece, Paris. This old photo is one he now treasures more than ever, as Paris died after the siblings' mother allegedly stabbed them. A makeshift memorial now sits outside the Law Street home where it happened around 11 Sunday morning. While Paris died at the hospital, Jason was taken to a hospital in critical condition and is recovering. NOPD arrested the children's mother, 31-year-old Janee Pedescleaux, for the crime. Moments after the stabbing, a woman that appears to be Pedescleaux shared a video on Instagram with blood dripping down her chest. We're not sharing the graphic video, but in it you can hear the woman say, "My children is dead. I'm done with life, and it's all Jermaine's fault."
Wow, so she tried to blame it on the brother.
According to court records, Jermaine Roberts is the kid's father, and in April, he filed a petition seeking sole custody of the 2 kids that would have allowed the mother weekend visitation rights.
Rightfully so, he filed for sole custody, because obviously this woman is out of her mind. But we know that, you know, the majority of custody battles, women win, even if they are bat-ish crazy. And this is a perfect example of that.
He claimed Pedescleaux didn't let him see the children since he was in a relationship. He said in the petition, quote, "She's not stable or providing a healthy environment for the kids." He added, "The mother takes non-prescription pills. She drinks and drives under the influence."
Wow.
Pedescleaux.
Just like the other woman, just like Nicole, okay? I'm telling you guys, these women have a theme. This is a real, I mean, they want us to cuff these. I keep telling you, they want us to cuff this. They want us to commit to crazy women like this. And there's too much of them in the community. There are more. I'm not saying all the women will do what she did, but I mean, it's very difficult for both parties, okay? The women to find good men and the men to find good women. But they want to force brothers who got their head on straight to date women like this. And, you know, single mom, whatever, it's not going to happen.
Was set to appear in court for the custody battle in 10 days. Court records for Janee Pedescleaux show a criminal history including several arrests just over a decade ago for attempted simple robbery, drug charges including using a fake prescription to get drugs, aggravated assault, and last year she faced criminal damage to property charges. And now for allegedly stabbing her children, killing one, Pedescleaux faces charges of second-degree murder, attempted murder, and second-degree cruelty to a juvenile. A tragedy the children's uncle says he wishes he could have saved them from.
And the children's uncle said his nephew is still in children's hospital.
So I guess the picture was of the uncle, the brother of the father, which I'm assuming they're similar complexion. It just don't add up.
Recovering. He said he is, though, improving. For now, live in New Orleans, Erica Ferrando, Eyewitness News.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Frederick Douglass, where a shooting just took place. And as you can see, it's a pretty rough area. So I'm basically risking my life reporting on this madness. So make sure you do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Like the video, hell, share the video. And make sure you go ahead and leave a comment down in the comments section to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all.
Concerned about the mental illness in our community, in our city.
Here we go, blaming it on mental illness, even though they already said she had a drug issue.
Well, this morning, shock and grief, a community speaking out over a deadly stabbing of 2 kids. This all happening in the Florida neighborhood off of Law Street, just right near a church. A 4-year-old is dead and a 2-year-old in critical condition. And this morning, 31-year-old Janee Pedescleaux is accused in those stabbings, facing a murder charge. Meanwhile, Johnny Arvey has been the pastor at Law Street Baptist Church for 26 years now and says something like this is really a sign that the city is in need of help.
I did give my card to a family member so they could call me. But that's just about all I could do, and pray for the family and pray for this community. Because we have a good community here, just in this block that I know of. Very good community.
Well, the medical director for the Metropolitan Human Services District says that there was clearly a mental health issue involved in this situation. She says help is crucial for people with violent thoughts or tendencies.
And these same women would have still advocated for her to get custody of the kids. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's sad. It's a sad situation.
If you have any information that can help investigators, you can call the New Orleans Police Department Child Abuse Center. That is 504-658-52.
Good evening and thanks for joining us on the Eyewitness News at 10. I'm Mike McDaniel. We begin with a developing story tonight in the Desire area of New Orleans. A 4-year-old girl is dead and her 2-year-old brother in critical condition after they were both stabbed. And tonight, New Orleans police say their mom is responsible. Charged with second-degree murder, attempted murder, and second-degree cruelty to a juvenile, New Orleans police say 31-year-old Janee Pedescleaux stabbed her own kids, killing one of them. Police were called to a home in the 3100 block of Law Street around 11.
And live streamed it on Instagram Live. I mean, she's clout chasing. She's trying to get people to feel sorry for her, all that.
11 o'clock Sunday morning. When they got there, they say they were told 2 siblings, a 2-year-old boy and a 4-year-old girl, were stabbed and taken to the hospital. The girl later died. The boy is in critical condition. Moments after allegedly stabbing her kids, a woman believed to be Pedescleaux posted a short video on Instagram with blood dripping down her chest. In the now deleted video, she says, quote, "I'm done. My children are dead. I'm done. I'm done with life." She also says, it's all Jermaine's fault. According to our partners at NOLA.com, court records show Pedescleaux and the children's father, Jermaine Roberts, were in a custody battle. Roberts even sued Pedescleaux for visitation rights, claiming she was not stable or providing a healthy environment for the kids. Also, according to our partners at NOLA.com, a court hearing was set up for later this month in that custody battle.
First at 10, a 4-year-old is dead and a 2-year-old is in critical condition after being stabbed in the 3100 block of Law Street Sunday morning. 31-year-old Janee Pedescleaux is accused of those stabbings and is facing murder and other charges. WDSU's Eli Brandt spoke with a pastor of a church right next door to where those stabbings happened. Joins us live now from NOPD headquarters with more on what you've learned on this investigation. Eli?
Yeah, well, the investigation still ongoing here at NOPD. They do say that the investigation is guardian related in nature. They have not confirmed whether or not that woman arrested was the mother of these 2 children, but that pastor we spoke to said it's unthinkable for this to have happened in his community.
And this is my biggest issue. That brother was doing everything right, and that woman said, if I can't have the kids to myself, nobody can. And that's just absolutely ridiculous.
It's sad. Concerned about the mental illness in our community, in our city.
Johnny RV has been the pastor here at Law Street Baptist Church for 26 years. He says something like this is a sign that his city is in need of help.
I did give my card to a family member so they could call me. But that's just about all I could do, and pray for the family and pray for this community, because we have a good community here, just in this block that I know of. Very good community.
Dr. Rochelle Head Dunham is the medical director for Metropolitan Human Services District. She says there was clearly a mental health issue involved here.
Clearly a pervasive sense of hopelessness is somewhere in the mix here in order to shut off the life of a child who hasn't had a chance to even learn how to crawl, not to mention walk through this life.
Dr. Head Dunham says help is crucial for people with violent thoughts or tendencies.
It's not the people who are getting help that are dangerous to others. It's people who often don't even identify that they have issues. And some of these things are really done so impulsively that, and under the influence of substances, that it wasn't, in some cases, it's not even premeditated. And so it's very difficult to get in front of this without having prevention as a major component of how we approach these things.
For RV, he says all that can...
I mean, I got a prevention measure. She should have been locked up from them previous charges. It's ridiculous. I mean, they talk about white privilege. What about female privilege? They do half the time that men do for the same charges. It's ridiculous.
Be done now is to ask for help.
And just got to keep praying and see what is it that we can do. That's really all I have to say.
Anyone with information into this incident is asked to call the New Orleans Police Child Abuse Department at the number 504-658-5264. Reporting from outside NOPD headquarters, Eli Brand, WDSU News.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
Guess what? I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I could still get shot by the police. I could get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.